Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Hope everybody is doing good. I was running a little late. I didn't think, hey Nan, I was watching a YouTube channel. Apparently Twitter is down, and it's been down since 5:30, and people are panicking because no one can get on Twitter. Oh well. So how you doing, man? Good? Hey, Do, how are you? Do you use Twitter, Do? Hey, Mike. Bill's still inside watching this guy, and he's talking about Twitter being down. Oh, well. Probably going to be a little slow tonight because aren't the town hall meetings tonight? So for tonight's video, I have created little thank you cards and the box to go along. I used, I don't even know if I have it right here, but I used the Boho medley, here it is, stamp set and matching dies. It comes in a kit, and I actually really just use the products that come with the kit. It has a variety of the papers, which are really pretty. I mean, there's some that I didn't even touch. So I have a lot left over so far, even though I've been using them for cards each day. And it also has a few sheets of very vanilla, and they are already embossed, which are really pretty. And then it came with a few sheets of punch outs, labels and leaves, which are really nice. So it's just a quick and easy project. Now for the pizza box, oh, you'll get there. For the pizza box, I did actually use the mini pizza box that you can get from the store. It comes in a package of 8, and I'm not even too sure. I forgot to check to see how much they cost. Let's see if I can find it quick. Mini pizza boxes. For the Whisper White, they're $6 for 8. So what I did was I just measured out what the pizza box is, and I am going to recreate it with just plain cardstock. So this way you don't really have to invest in the pizza boxes. And then I have these little cards that are quick and easy because I actually used pretty much everything in the kit. And I'm just going to take out this stamp set because so for the pizza box, and let me just grab my ruler because I covered up my ruler on my Tim Holtz. So it's 11 by 5.5. So with an actual piece of cardstock, you can get your pizza box and one of your 3 by 3 cards. So we're just going to fold it up on the score lines. Hey Peggy, how are you? I was just saying that for, thank you Peggy. For the pizza box tonight, I did use the pre-made pizza boxes from Stampin' Up. But what I did is cut an 11 by 5.5 piece of cardstock. It is on the 11-inch side. It's scored at 1, 4.5, 5.5. And I don't think that's right. Let's just see. I did it up quick. Yeah. It's at, do it this way. 1, 2, 5.5, 6.5, 10.5, and 10. Sorry about that. And I'll have all the directions on my blog tomorrow. Got myself all crazed out because, like I said, we were watching YouTube, and apparently Twitter is down, and people are going crazy because Twitter is down. So what we're going to do is, with this box, the front is doubled, and I actually did that here. And what I'm going to do is cut down on where there are two 1-inch sections together. Hey Kathy, hi Debbie, how are you? We're just going to cut this down, and we're going to cut out this front square, and we're just going to tab this square a little bit, because like I said, I just wanted to recreate Stampin' Up's pizza box. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to cut down. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. I'm happy to see everybody here. Not only were we learning about Twitter, I also, I don't know if anybody's ever ordered dinner out and the restaurant uses DoorDash or one of the other delivery services. Well, I placed my order, and for some reason, I don't know why, I inadvertently put the wrong phone number down. Now, where we live, the property used to be a farm years ago, so the main road, we're down, let's say, on this road, the main road is the name of my road, which is Ratu Mill, and my address is Ratu Mill. So when it comes to deliveries, they get confused, and I always get a phone call. Well, they couldn't call me because I gave them the wrong phone number. And I guess my finger must have, instead of hitting an 8, hit the 9, and I ended up having to cancel our dinner. So as I'm talking away, all I did was cut down to the first score line, tabbed it, slotted it out, cut out the corners, and created 2 tabs so we can create our box. So with the pizza box, from Stampin' Up, these little tabs are here, so that'll be these two. And for the front, what we're going to do, let me just grab my tearing tape. We're going to insert these little tabs inside. So we're just going to turn this over. And like I said, I will have the, let me just see, grab a lid to my glue. I'm just going to add some tearing tape to these tabs. And then I'm going to turn it over and we're going to add tearing tape to this flap here. We're going to double up this front flap just like it is on the pizza box. So we're just going to create this side of the box. Make sure your corners and edges are even, just like that. They're all a Twitter. Yes, they are. This poor guy, he's going on that he hasn't been able to tweet a tweet in over an hour, and he is going nuts. Okay, so we're just going to fold that in. And that'll be, right now, just the front of our pizza box. And you know what? I cut these wrong. Oh well. What we'll do is we'll take those and I will add tape to those. So I'm going to turn it over again. And we're going to add, I should have cut this in a different way, but I messed up. So we'll just add some tape and we'll tuck them in. Oops. I keep forgetting that this tape sticks to everything. And for the top, I'm going to add 2 so it really sticks down good. Okay, this is such a nice, quick, and easy project. I think we'll put these on the inside of the box. On both sides. And then for these, we're going to tuck them in. We'll get rid of my garbage in a second here. And again, just make sure that everything's nice and even. Today was a crazy day. I'm setting up a streaming service. Okay, so there we have our little pizza box, and what I'm going to do is take my, nope, we don't want that. We don't want the corner. Let me see if I can grab a little circle punch. I should have one here. Yep. And we're just going to take out a little bit just so you have something to grab. Just fold these a little better. And then there's the cute little pizza box. Let's get rid of the junk. Just give me a second. Okay, so we're going to grab the ruler again. Now this little box is 3.5 by 3.5. And what I actually did was I cut out a piece that we can sit on the inside of the box. I don't know if I can get it back out. Let's add some glue to it. I think this glue is just about empty, and it is. Let's grab a different one. Sorry for my reach, it's all the way in the back. I've been cleaning up my desk. Nan, you would be so proud. I've been rearranging and fixing things. Okay, so everything is right here in front of me. So let's see if it helps. And then what I did was decorated the sides. Now for this box, you can see that the sides at the top of the box are going on the inside of the box. For this little pizza box, the sides are on the outside of the box, which is fine. So I already cut out 4 little pieces. And they are 7/8 by 3 and 3/8. And then we're going to glue these little pieces on here. Make sure I have the right glue here. And I'm using the opposite side of the paper that I put on the inside of the box. And we're just going to layer this up. If you haven't seen, and I didn't even pull all my stuff out, but I still have my Daisy class to go. You can go to galfridaystamping.com and search for it. Registration is open until October 19th. And there's 4 options to choose from. And next week, for my weekly showcase, I am going to start on Christmas. Hi, Kathy. I'm going to start on Christmas. And what I'm going to do is where I... No, Peggy, Emma lives in Manhattan, New York, and I live in Pennsylvania. I mean, I guess we could craft online together, but we've never done that before. We really should try it. But like I said, for my showcase next week, where I always do a card a day or a project a day for the whole week on one stamp set, next week I am going to do 12 days of Christmas, but I'm going to do it in 6 days. So Monday through Saturday, I'll have 2 Christmas projects or cards a day. And at the end of the week on Saturday, I will have a PDF available for purchase for all the projects during the week. So that should be fun. Okay, so now we're going to just put these on all, and I did it on all the edges of the box. So all 4 sides are going to have this little blue strip. Let's go this way because I have to cut that little circle out. And I like the 2 layers. It just makes the box look so nice. Now, like I said, you can actually purchase the pizza boxes. They're available 8 in a pack. But this is the alternative to having to purchase them. You can just do it with all that cardstock we all have. Okay, so we're going to put this one on. Once it dries, I will take the circle punch again. Let's make sure that's... I'll take the circle punch again and just punch out that little spot there. But we'll just give that a little bit to dry. So then for the top, I have the Misty Moonlight again, and I am going to use the same side. Like I said, this is the inside of the box. I'm going to use the same side for the outside, the flowers to match. Now when you look at this pattern, it does, I mean, if you look at it, it doesn't really matter which way you put it. But I did seem to go with wherever the flowers, more flowers were poking towards the top. So we're just going to glue this. Let's close this up so I have a nice strong base. And then we're going to put this on the top. Now, like I said, this set comes with lots and lots of labels. As you can see, smaller ones, lots of different shapes, a few little flowers. But we're going to use this one, and I stamped it in Misty Moonlight. And for this tag, I actually used a piece of leftover that I didn't have to throw away. So for everyone who suggested keeping all my little tails, I thank you, because it came in handy. So all I did was I stamped the sentiment, and I just put a glue dot on the front side of the tag and just threaded this through so it would, and holding it down with the glue dot, and then I'm just going to do the same to the back, just so the opening in this tag has a little piece of ribbon. Quick and easy. Now for this box, I didn't die cut anything. I'm just going to use some of the leaves from this kit. I think I'll use one of the smaller flowers. And I'm just going to glue these to the box. I usually don't, I don't know how anybody feels. Yes, it's really great that you can make it from one sheet of paper. And then, like I said, and then you can still get a 3x5 card, which is nice. So I'm using these for this because, to be honest, I am not one for card kits. If I tell you, I love this card kit a lot, but it really stifles my creativity. I have to be honest. And I don't know why that is. So that's why I'm using these little cutouts so I can get rid of them, finish them off. I'm just going to move this down a little bit. So I'm going to pop up the label for the front and make sure it's even. And then I'm just going to grab one of these cute little flowers. And we're just going to glue it right on here. So it's a cute little gift box. I'm just going to cut while I'm thinking about it and I don't forget. Just going to cut this out real quick. That's good. So there, oops. So they're pizza boxes decorated a little bit differently, but the same concept. And like I said, this one is just using the punch outs instead of using the dies and die cutting the leaves. Now these little boxes, they fit the 3x3 cards very nicely with room left over. And we'll do a couple of them tonight. And again, they're very easy. Just give me a second to, I forgot to cut a piece. As always, it's like never fails. I forget to do something. Like I said, I was inside and we were watching this guy and I just thought it was so funny and it just never, I ended up staying in there longer than usual. Time just seems to fly right by. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I guess that needs to be cleaned. Just grabbing my thank you. And we'll make a couple of these little 3x3 cards. Grab my Misty Moonlight. Now for the envelopes, all I did was take some glue, and I won't do it to all of them, but I put enough on where when I took my piece of paper and got it on the envelope, if you put it down on your table and just scooch it down a little bit while it's still, the glue is nice and wet, you can get that piece of paper right down to the edge. Just want to get this one. There we go. And I just give it a few minutes to dry. And then when it's done, when it's dry, all we're going to do, all you have to do is cut this out right around the edge. And I grabbed the wrong scissors. And then you have your little envelope to match your card. So we have a 6x3, and I didn't score them, and we're going to score it at 3 for a nice, quick, and easy card. I wish I could turn my camera so you could see my cat. Here's my crafting partner. He's such a nut. So for the little cards, I actually grabbed Knight of Navy. So I created a 3x3 card, and it is actually a 6x3 scored at 3. And we're just going to put on our layers. So the Knight of Navy would be 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then the designer series paper is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I like 1/8 of an inch gap from layer to layer. I think the only time my cards vary when it comes to my layers is when I use gold or silver paper. And then I usually do it. Iggy's keeping me company. Yes, he is. What do you have, Peggy? Do you have a puppy or a cat? I have 4 cats. And Iggy is one that he started coming around to my backyard when I had the dog, and he was so friendly. And then someone beat him up, and we ended up taking him to the vet. And it was a giant investment. It cost us a lot of money to get him fixed. He was really badly beaten up, and so we ended up bringing him in the house. So now I have 4 cats, and the other 3 do not like him at all. So he's my buddy. He travels with me and stays with me 24/7. Okay, so what I did was I grabbed a piece of Knight of Navy. It was actually a scrap I had hanging around. And it's 2 7/8 by 7/8. And then I used one of the embossed papers that came in this kit. And this should be 3/4 by, let's see, by 2 3/4. And all I'm going to do with this is put some glue, and we're going to lay it right down on the front of this card. Now it should fit the first layer perfectly. So it's going to overlap, but the embossed is the same size as the designer series paper that's down. And all I'm going to do is stamp thank you, and then pop this up on the card. And then that is our first 3x3 card. Just make sure I have enough ink. I'm just going to stand up. There we go. And if you noticed, it's a little bit darker. I pressed a little bit too hard. I have a tendency to be very heavy-handed lately for some reason. I don't know what happens. So we're just going to pop this up on the front of the card. Make sure it's centered and even. And then there it is. That's your first, just a little bit different on the tags. Let's see. I did create a envelope for it. There's even little tiny stamps in this set where you could decorate the front if you wanted. So that would be card number 1. And then we'll grab this one. And we're going to use, like I said, we're going to use these cutouts for the cards. Close this up. For the rest of the cards. And again, I have a 3x6. I'm going to do it sideways, right? 3x6. We're going to score it at 3. That's just quick. And if you notice, I didn't do the insides of the little 3x3 cards, only because when it comes to the little envelopes, these cards, when you get them to go into your envelope, it is a pretty tight squeeze. I mean, it fills up the space pretty well on the insides of these envelopes. So I did not do the insides because I thought they would be a little bit too heavy. Okay, so again, I grabbed Night of Navy, and I'm using this design. And again, quick and easy cards. Layer it up. Oh, so cute, Peggy. It's really tiny. I'll have to check it out later. But it looks like you have a little cat. You almost forgot, Dew. Well, I didn't hear from you today. That's why you forgot. So we're just going to layer this on the front. Just like that. And we'll follow this design, but this one I actually did put just one center, and that's why, like I said, that's the one I tested, and it was just a little bit too thick. So I changed it to all white bases. And we're just going to grab the ribbon. Let's make a quick bow with this ribbon. This is actually one of the ribbons that came with this set. Get this. Usually I do my bows ahead of time, but I ran out of that twine, so I have to substitute this little ribbon, which is fine. It goes with the kit, and I tried to, when it came to creating this week, I tried to limit what I used, so you could see that if you were to buy a kit, the only other thing you would really need was cardstock for the bases and ink. So that's why I decided that I'd use this ribbon tonight. Okay, so this little card, again, I did a die cut, but we'll use this little one tonight. So I'm just going to and like I said, I've been creating all week. I have tomorrow's card, and I still have all this paper left over. So this was a really good deal. Oh, here's another design of the embossing, which is pretty. It had 3. There we go. Very nice, very pretty kit. Okay, so we're going to use this little and it also came with this ribbon, which is really pretty. I'm just looking to see. Okay, so let's just, we'll see if I can't be less heavy-handed this time. And again, we're doing the thank you. This was a whole box of thank yous. That's better. Now this kit also came with, and I'm not sure how many flowers altogether, but there's 2 packs of these cute little flowers. And I saw that if you grab, let's see if this is Misty Moonlight. Nope. Okay. Grab your light Misty Moonlight. You can actually color this flower in. Oops. They're pretty little white flowers with a bead on the top. So we're going to pop this up. And right here in front of me. Yeah, I like navy and white. I really like the black and white recently. I wish I could do black and white Christmas cards. I just think they're so pretty. Not really too sure what I'm going to work on this week for Christmas. I know the projects I'm making. I just don't know what stamp set I'm using yet. It's always something that I'm always thinking about. I was working on Santa. He looks cute. Not too bad. But I'm not sure if I want to do cards. I don't know if I want to work with Santa this week. Okay, so we're just going to add a glue dot. We're going to add this little ribbon and then cut the tails. Make sure you have a good pair of scissors when you cut and ribbon. Cut that angle a little bit more. And then we're going to take this little flower. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, just like that. Take the flower and stick it on the end. The same idea, just decorate it a little different. So let's just put this aside. I want to give that flower a few minutes to dry. So I put a big blob on it. Okay, so we'll jump to this one. Now this is the same paper that we used for the box. We'll grab some, let's see if I have this leaf. And let's see, is this it? It's stuck on my desk. Oh, here we go. Little leaf. Now for this one, I have to just grab it. some old olive. And let's see if I have one of these little tags, which I may not. There was two, I believe there was like two of each tag for the little ones. So let's we'll grab this one and see what we can do. We can get it designed a little close. Because like I said, I don't want to, I tried very hard not to use added product other than stamps and paper. So we're just going to grab our card, 3x3, 3x6 scored at 3, just like that. How nice would this be if you, I mean, it goes pretty quick. You can really make these quickly, but it would be nice for a waitress at Christmas time, if you're going out and you stop in for a bite to eat and leave it on the table for your waitress. That'd be a great little thing to do. Okay, so then we're just going to glue our leaves down, almost out, making sure it doesn't overextend. Just like that. And then we're going to stamp our thank you. Make sure it's not upside down. I've done that before. Make sure it's straight and even. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is stamp. Let me just see if I have a little block. This stamp set has a really cute triangle of leaves. You can see on this one. And I used old olive. And I'm just going to turn that. We're going to put that underneath. The K is about center. So we're just going to add that to the bottom there. Just to add a little something different to the tag. And then we're just going to pop this up. So there's that one. Nice and quick and easy little cards. Sometimes I find the 3x3 is a little tedious, but most of the time they're pretty quick and easy. Let's see. For this one, I'm just going to grab my Stampin' Right. We're going to grab, let me just cut off a piece of this paper here. Because for the third card, I used the little floral stamps. And Magenta Madness, as you can see, turns your stamps pink. And then we have a little individual, one little flower. But instead of grabbing my stamp pad for this one, I'm just going to take my Stampin' Right marker. Now you don't want to do this with the blends. You just want to do it with the Stampin' Right markers. And I'm just going to color the stamp just like that and stamp the flowers. Then I'm just going to grab the little one, and then I'm just going to run over to my cut and emboss. I'm just going to quick cut these out just like that. I could fussy cut them, but see if I can grab. I don't even know what I did with them. Okay, you know what? We will fussy cut them because I had them right here. Of course, they've gotten up and run away. Have you ever started cleaning and then you always knew where everything was? I mean, I don't. I get so discombobulated sometimes. But I've been finding that since I've been changing things around, I'm really not sure where I put anything anymore. Like I said, those dies were just, and here they are. See, they're right here in front of me. I could have cut them out because the dies are right here. This would be the little flower, and here's the 3-flower bunch. Now you'll notice I did get a little ink on the in between the flowers, but that's okay because we are going to cover that with the top flower. So we're just going to cut these out quick. And you know when you fussy cut, hold your scissors still and move your image, and it just makes it that much simpler. Okay, just like that. Let's just grab a dimensional and we're going to pop this little guy up. And stick him right in the middle of these flowers. See, like I said, that little piece in the middle we'll never see. So there's our flowers. Let's grab this cute little guy. And then we need, let's do this one this time. So let me grab my layers. Again, we're using the Night of Navy. And we're just going to lay our layers down. The PDF will be in the group tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to write it up today. Do you? Hey, Kathleen. You're welcome, Kathy. Hi, Kathleen. Do, are you working this week? Okay, let's see. Do we have a smaller little tag? No, we do not. So we're going to stick with this little triangle. Maybe. Here it is. We'll stick with the triangle. Let's get our thank you stamped. Stand up so I get this straight. Okay, so all we're going to do, glue this down. Let's pop this up first, and then we'll look to see where we want to add our little flowers. Oops. You're off Saturday? Okay. Maybe you can help me Saturday. I have everything set up for the new stream program, and I have to test it out. So maybe you can help. Okay, then we're just going to take our little flowers. I think we'll move them down this time. We'll put them this way. And then there's the next one. So it's a quick and easy set to make. If you'd like these make and takes in the mail, just spend $25 in my store before tax and shipping using this host code, and I will send you the make and takes for free. So, oh, good. So we'll set something up on Saturday, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this set. It really is quite pretty. I do like it. And I have, like I said, I have so much more that I can use to create more cards. So it's a nice, seems like an endless set. So you could get a lot of gifts out of just one set. And if you were to run out and you wanted more for this kit, you can get the paper and the punch outs as a refill kit without having to, without the stamp set and the dies. So that's really nice that you can get extra for this. So I hope everybody has a great night. I will see you next week. Hopefully I will have the new streaming set up. Thanks, Nan. Yeah, it was. It was fun and simple. Thanks, Debbie. And just so you know, on my YouTube channel, I actually did a coloring video. So if you'd like to get a few tips and tricks on coloring with Stampin' Blends, head on over to Gal Friday Stamping on YouTube and take a look. I'd love to have you subscribe. Have a great night. Thanks, Nan. I have your package in the mail. So keep an eye out for it. And I'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.